What's up, guys? I'm going to explain the Telegram signals one more time. There's been a lot of miscommunication going on what happened today with the signals, and also people are not understanding and taking the time to focus on their own trading plan and financial plan. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process one more time, and I hope you guys get this through. Uh, it's just been one hell of a day for me. So I just want to make this clear, more clarified, more simplified, and as easy as possible for you guys to all understand how Cooley FX does his signals and how you should interpret any kind of signals. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to share my Word document because that's the most important thing that you should read, especially when you come into a service or any type of service. Why I say that is because a lot of people sign up for services. I don't care if it's signals. I don't care if it's for the trade calculator. I don't care if it's any business service. You seriously need to dive down and look at the disclaimer and terms and conditions of what's being provided with the service. If you don't take the time to really understand what's coming, pull my mic up here so you guys can actually hear me. If you guys don't seriously take the time to fully understand, the service that's coming, what you're paying for, then makes no sense of getting in anyways. I take the time to put this out there, type this all out so you guys can take the chance to read up on it, what is included with Cooley FX services. So let's hop down here. It's gonna be pretty much plain and dry here for you guys. You have full access to over 100 files. There's over 100 video webinars. There's a lot of specific trading videos in the shared chat group, in the paid chat group. In the signals channel, right? Every Sunday, if not every Sunday, the Monday, I send out weekly analysis video. And I explain what we are anticipating, what I'm anticipating, what we can expect, what I'm expecting, and how we're gonna interpret the weekly swing signals. Comes out Sunday. I try my best to simplify and explain and clarify what we're doing for the week. And with this, with this Telegram service document, I hope that each and every one of you took the time to read it very, very thoroughly, and it's very detailed and to the point to where you fully acknowledge and understand the level of focus and signals. Some people I'll be honest, there's other traders that sell services, but yet they don't take the time to make you understand what's coming out of the service anyways. I try my best to make sure that this is not a high-risk trading environment. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not something that you're going to be winning the lottery every day. Some of you think it's gambling. Some of you think it's quick money. Some of you think this is the way of living the lifestyle or dream, whatever it is. You seriously need to define your own goals. That's why I'm going to hop down here. I'm not really going to explain what signal. You should already know what the three lines are. Three lines are take profit. I always send out MT4 charts on the mobile phone, and that's how I send signals. The reason, I'll put this out right now, the reason why I send out MT4 charts is so you understand the way I look at buying a position, selling a position, understand the full technical analysis review and the overview of how these charts are being looked at. If you don't understand your technical analysis, then why would you even understand your own fundamentals anyways? You have to seriously dive down and look at these charts. Technical analysis is the most important thing behind the fundamentals. Because if all you're doing is just trying to read up on Forex news and you don't understand what's resistance and support or what even price action is or candlesticks are, you're all over the place because you're anticipating too much at once and you're over analyzing everything. You don't want to over analyze where you're over leveraging your account. Some of you guys are too greedy. Some of you guys are trying to think this is the best way of making money. There's more ways to make more money. Quit looking at Forex as the scapegoat. So everything ties back into the mindset and the psychological factor between your brain here. So that's the most important thing, is having your mindset ready from Sunday, Monday, and all the way till Friday if you plan to trade the whole week. Without that, it doesn't matter if I send signals. It doesn't matter if I make a video for you guys. It doesn't matter if we get a webinar. It doesn't matter, because your mind is somewhere else. If you are at a personal situation and you're just trying to pray and hope that you can get in and make money on a financial situation that you're in, you should not be getting into signals. Period. I don't know what your guys' financial situation is, and I don't know what your personal lives are, but a lot of people sign up for the wrong reasons and get into Forex. I don't understand that. You have to define why you're really getting into this. And if you don't plan on re-signing up with me, that's fine. You have to really dive down and really understand what your goals are for Forex. A lot of people come in and think that, this hype, it's too much hype going on in Forex. I'll be honest about that. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm yelling at you guys, but it's coming to a point to where I'm just being bombarded with so many questions on the same repetitive things that just could have been eliminated within everybody understanding, the way that I'm putting the service out there. So let's talk about some things to consider when trading signals. The reason why I wrote this down is because it highlights that you shouldn't be taking all signals. I'll be honest about that. You shouldn't try and take all the signals on a $100 account. With a $100 account, you should only trade one position in one day, or one position or two positions swinging for the whole week. That is the most low risk thing I could say. If you're all about being a high risk, aggressive trader like me, there's no way you're going to catch up to my style, because you got to remember that I've been trading. This is my third year of trading. And plus, I spend a lot of time looking at the charts every day. And so I don't know how much time you have on focus to the charts, but once you understand something, you got to put it back, and reuse it and reapply it to gain more experience, so that you're not losing money consistently. You want to make money consistent, not lose money consistent. That's a whole different set of ball game on mindset there. And that's why everything comes back to mindset. So number 2, should you consider a stop loss? I would highly recommend you take a stop loss, or enter a pending stop loss, or manually enter a stop loss. If you don't, and you hold out these positions the way I'm doing it, I am willing to take my losses if the market reverses on me, on my personal trading account. A lot of people cannot handle the stress and emotion and fear when taking losses in the Forex trading market, or any type of day trading, or even crypto. Some of you guys really need to build your emotional intelligence behind all this when you take losses. Some of you need to build patience if you're swinging. If you're all focused on scalping, then you need to know what time frames you need to look at: 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. I'm not going to hold your hand and say what you should buy and what you should sell every 5-10 seconds. No way. You guys have to understand, I have a life to live too. Okay, but I do devote as much time as I can in the chat group with you guys. And I always try to keep up with my notification when you guys are trying to talk to me, no matter what. And so let's talk about number 3 here. Is Forex a high risk market? Of course, it is the most volatile market out there. You guys know that. Currencies being exchanged at international airports. Currencies being exchanged at the bank. Central banks doing it. From small bank to the big banks. Everything is currency. Everything deals with currency. Everything revolves around what? The US dollar anyways, with the United States economy. So you have to really dive down and really understand what the word volatility means for you. And if you can't, what do I say? If you don't understand what happened today, then when the markets decide to go crazy next week, because remember, next week is non-farm payroll week. So next Friday is going to be even crazier. And there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff coming on, especially for the first week of May. So you have to understand what's going to happen from right now and up until the first week of May coming in. And we got a new monthly candle coming in tomorrow. So things are just getting stirred up again. And you have to keep yourself paced and ready for the future at all times. You have to anticipate. You have to look back, and you have to be ready to adapt to the markets at all times when the markets are not shifting the way you are anticipating. There are times that I lose out on my anticipation with the markets when the markets are not going what I'm anticipating. And that's fine. I just have to readapt to myself to the markets. Everything is high risk, regardless, right? But you have to know what you're going to minimize on risk. The best way to minimize risk is to either not trade because you're not confident at that time of the session or that day of trading or the week of trading, or risk a 0.01 micro lot position and you risk pennies all day. That's it. Right? Because you want to minimize your losses so you can maximize your profits. Let's talk about number 4 here. High impact news. Every high impact news should be looked at in the MyFX book, the MyFX book economic calendar. If not, you can use Forex Factory. I don't use investing.com. But everything that I sent out for high impact news is the MyFX book economic calendar. The MyFX book economic calendar has the time zone. You can readjust your time zone on the website. On the mobile app, it's different, so you have to manually do it. But on the website, it adjusts your time zone right away, and also it lets you know the time release right after the day on the day tab, and then tells you what news is being released at that time, and it counts it down to the very last second when the news are released. I trade high impact news at the very last 5 to 10 seconds before it gets released, and that's how I've been trading high impact news. So I made a couple of videos on NFP, trading NFP a couple of years back, and you can check it out on YouTube how I trade high impact news. I don't plan on remaking a video on how to trade high impact news because I made 3 or 4 high impact news trading videos on my YouTube channel. You can go ahead and check that out if you want. If all you want to do is just trade high impact news, you're going to lose money because there's so much anticipation going on. The markets are going to react differently, and you can get whipsaw. It is not, like I said, it is not something that you should take lightly into trading red news or high impact news. They're the same thing. Number 5, should I consider taking profit early? Yes, I always say that. Of course, it's always a great idea to take profit early when you're in blue. When you're making pips or you're making profit. Do you have to hold out for the position to hit the red line for you to take profit? You don't have to. If your goal is to make $5 a day and you're making $5 within an hour of one of my signals, you already reached your goal. But if your goal is to make $1 million in a day, it's not going to happen. You have to be a little bit more realistic on what you're shooting for the day and for the weekly profit. I don't care about how much pips you're trying to shoot for. All I care is that if you're making, money to cover the cost of the service, I'm happy for you. I don't want to be the one that's charging you an arm and a leg so that you have to make this kind of money to pay for the service. Makes no freaking sense. If you guys get what I'm trying to talk about on the business aspect aside, if you are the customer and you're coming in, right? I mean, what you pay, what, $40? If you can't make $40 in 30 days, I can't stress this enough. We're gonna have to talk, because realistically, it's not hard to make $40 in 30 days, especially for the service that you're paying for. I try my best to put everything out there for you guys, and communication is the biggest thing that I want to make sure that things are being set right, and that you guys are really engaging with me and I'm engaging back with you guys as much as I can throughout the day, or even on the weekend, even though Saturday we can't trade Forex. But let's go back here. 6 and 7, yeah, 6 and 7 is very crucial, because if you don't have an action plan on a daily basis of what you're doing, I don't care if it's trading, I don't care if it's your business, I don't care if it's your job, you got to have an action plan every single day of your schedule of what you're going to do today for Thursday. If you're let's be honest, my action plan for today, I get up at 6 in the morning, I make sure I shower. I'm still looking at the markets, right? Because I'm anticipating the opening of New York. And from there, we'll see what happens with the overlap. And for the overlap, for me, starts at 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. from the London overlap with New York. During that time, I'm heavily focused on the markets. And I try my best to incorporate the communication with you guys during that time. That's the reason why I talk about New York sessions a lot, because I'm in USA time. By far is the best session to trade. By far is the most volatile session to me, and I sleep during London anyways. But I mean, I do get up, some from time to time during London to check out the trades. So very rare do I ever get a chance to really sleep at night, because I want to make sure that things are going the right way I'm anticipating. Everything is based on the anticipation, right? But you got to look at the logical factor behind your psychology of how are you anticipating these trades. And if you're not confident in trading, you don't even have an action plan, because you're just second guessing yourself what you're going to do for the next step anyways. If you don't set steps, you don't set goals, and you don't set the proper path of your way of getting into Forex trading, you're not going to get anywhere. And that's almost in everything in life. If I'm not setting myself up for the right path of success, guess what I'm doing? I'm hopping on from the next opportunity to the next opportunity to the next opportunity, and hoping that that next opportunity is going to make me money. How much money am I really want to make? You got to be specific with your goals. You got to have a specific intent when you get into this opportunity, and you got to have the right mindset when you hop in. Without that, there's no point. That goes in anything in life, personal and business. I'm not talking about Forex. Some of you think it's just Forex. No, you got to have the right mindset in relationships. You got to have the right mindset in business. You got to have the right mindset in your personal life, the way you're living your life, right? The way you treat people, the way your attitude is. I'm just saying, a lot of people can't even look beyond that. You got to look beyond that. And that's why I tie the mindset with the action plan, with the financial plan. You got to set the mentality straight from the beginning. And you have to change your negative habits into positive habits. You got to change your negative attitude to positive attitude. If you are losing that kind of money, if you're losing money you can't afford, there's no point in even getting into any Forex trading or any type of trading, because it's money that you're supposed to pay bills with. Why would you do that? And that's why I talk a lot about on the finance side and the mindset side a lot, because some people can't even look beyond that, and they don't even think about that, and they're like, oh man, this guy's making this kind of money based on his technical analysis. I just got to do exactly how he does it, and then I'm good and I'm set for life. You're not going to be set for life, because you never changed the way you were when you came in anyways. I'm going to tell you guys right now, if I had never changed right? The person who I am 3 years ago, I would never be where I'm at today. I'm talking about mentally, not physically. It takes a lot to change the mindset and the mentality that you're in and your attitude towards everything in life. Without that, you're not going to get anywhere. So it wouldn't matter if you read this document and acknowledge it. It wouldn't matter if you get a bunch of signals from me. It wouldn't matter how many videos I give you on trading or secrets videos of trading. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter how many books you read, because you chose not to change who you are in a positive way. So I have never done a full-on mindset training, but that is where I plan on going. If I do plan on doing a Forex course, because man, I'm telling you guys right now, no one has never done, not that I know or I've watched, no one has ever done a psychological of trading, of day trading course. And I've been thinking about this for a while now, because a lot of people are losing out on the mentality behind trading. I mean, this had to be Forex. I'm talking about stocks, crypto, any kind of portfolio investments that deals with bonds and mutual funds, anything, right? And I come to find out that not a lot of people have the patience to trade or learn. So that's already a given factor. But they're all about making money. But how can you make money if you don't set your mind straight towards it? Money is a great tool. Money is a great resource to have. Yes, the more money you have, the more problems you'll have. Why I say that? Because you're gonna buy more stuff. I'll be honest. You're gonna buy more stuff. You're gonna buy more stuff. You're gonna spend on stuff that are gonna be sitting in the garage. You know, you're gonna spend the money. I'll be honest with that. You're gonna spend the money. You're gonna buy. You're gonna go on vacation. You're gonna do whatever you want with your money. It is, but just, man, the financial advice that I can give you guys is that don't don't be don't be the one trying to flex money all on social media. That's ridiculous. It's not somebody that I would, if I look myself in the mirror and all I do is post money on social media, that doesn't really portray the type of person who I am. But some people do like to do that. So let's just be honest, guys. And like I said, I hope this makes sense, and that you guys seriously are taking the time, critical time of thinking straight, having a positive mind towards this. And like I said, I'm in the chat group. If there is a problem, you know, we have to talk about it. We seriously have to talk about it. I don't like dealing with last minute problems. So we have to fix. I try my best to fix whatever I can. So just let me know. Like I said, it's just a full, a full video on this. I don't want to make it any longer than it is. So, all right, that. Hope this makes sense.